really neat to take a close look at a tree, but it's also great to back up a little bit and get a picture of the forest. But there's actually another way to look at it if you can get a map. A map will show you the plan and the purpose of the forest or the park. Tonight's video is about the fifth and final section of Luke's Gospel. Like the other final sections of the other three Gospels, Luke covers Jesus' final battles with dead religion in Jerusalem, his last words to his disciples, his agony, his crucifixion, and his resurrection. We expect this kind of overlap between the four Gospels. All of them need to tell the basic facts of the Jesus story. But Luke is going to return to his previous strategy as a biographer of Jesus. And he will reveal a special message about Jesus in the special details he includes that the other gospel writers do not. Remember how he did that in section 1 of his gospel? He's the only gospel writer to talk about the angelic prophecies to Zechariah and Elizabeth, John the Baptist's parents. Only Luke tells of the angelic visits to Mary, the witness of the shepherds in Bethlehem, the devout temple worshiper Simeon, and Anna, the elderly prophetess. Luke probably learned all of these special details from interviewing Mary, who was there. The mother of Jesus, she was there for all of that. But he's making a point with these special details surrounding the birth of Jesus to show that Jesus is the fulfillment of God's promise to send his Messiah to save the world. Jesus is special, the God-given Son of God and Messiah. Hallelujah! As we said, we've just arrived at the final section of Luke, and once again, we find very significant details that only he includes, details which are once again controlled by Luke's message. Jesus is the cornerstone of God's salvation plan. Let's add to our little statement of Luke's controlling idea based on the special details in section 5. Quote, although he was despised, rejected, and killed, Jesus is the cornerstone of God's salvation plan, unquote. A whopping block of 36 verses of Luke's unique material is located in 24:13-49. The passage tells how the resurrected Jesus meets two men who are grieving and confused because of the death of Jesus. With the death of Jesus, their messianic hopes seem to have died as well. But Luke writes in chapter 24, verses 25-7, Jesus said to them, how foolish you are and how slow to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Did not the Messiah have to suffer these things and then enter into his glory? And beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself. Only a few verses later, Jesus visits the apostles and similarly opens their understanding. 24:44 says, this is what I told you while I was with you. Everything must be fulfilled that is written about me in the law of Moses, the prophets, and the Psalms. See how the Gospel of Luke has reached its climax and conclusion. It's actually the climax of the entire Bible story. Jesus may have been despised, rejected, and killed, but the resurrected Jesus reveals him as the cornerstone of God's salvation plan. I want to ask you, do you believe it? Luke has designed his biography of Jesus in the best way to help you out.